Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got another of Runeterra for you guys today. And today's deck is pretty damn spicy. I did not build it myself. It's actually built by TL Red. His link will be in the description down below. He's a Japanese content creator and streamer, I believe, for Legends of Runeterra, and a phenomenal deck builder. And I always like some of the brews that he comes up with. This one is really interesting, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. It's called Arenology. Well, that's what I called it, as it is the study of sand, in case you don't know. And it is a deck built around EZREAL. So what's very interesting about this deck is that it is centered around the Xenotype researchers. So we have a limited amount of units. As you guys can see, we have a total of 15 units. I mean, this is not exactly limited, but it is below average, right? And we have a lot of card cycling in the deck. So the idea is we are going to try to buff our units, preferably EZREAL being one of them, and then fish him out of the deck with Rite of the Calling. And we have a bunch of cards that allow us to remove the opponent's board and stall out their attacks while predicting as well. With Scry and Sands right here, this card can contribute towards EZREAL's level up and allow us to find the units that we did buff with Xenotype Researchers, so that we kind of like overwhelm our opponent in the late game with some thick easy boys and some thick merciless hunters, amongst other things. What's really cool about this deck is that, first of all, I really like the fact that Merciless Hunter promotes EZREAL's level up. In case you did not know, we are targeting a unit. We're granting an enemy vulnerable, and this allows us to, like I said, promote EZREAL's level up by one stage. This is really cool because I want to re-explore EZREAL Reggaeton as an archetype, because I did showcase this idea a long time ago, actually, with the first batch of the expansion, I believe, and I think it's actually very plausible now as a deck, so I really do want to explore that later down the line. As we're also playing the Chariot Sumpworker, who is in the thumbnail today, as this is one of the most powerful cards in this deck. We're running this alongside Iterative Improvement to get the second copy so that we can generate the Sumpworks pose and then just start smacking at our opponents. One of the cool aspects is that if we buff something like this, like if we buff one of our elusive units, the buffs really do matter a lot, because in other cases it can be a bit redundant, but in this deck we have three elusive units here, three elusive units here, and then we have three Merciless Hunters that have Fearsome, so they can be harder to block, especially in conjunction with Scry and Sands. There's a lot of very neat combos in this build, as the rest of the deck is comprised of card draw with Preservarium, a couple of copies of Progress Day, and of course a full set of Static Shock, which can allow us to level up EZREAL easier by getting, 33% of the job done. 1/3 is probably the best way to say it. And we, on top of all this, are running 2 copies of Ancient Hourglass to protect some of our units. It can also be used proactively on something like Xenotype Researchers to rebuff our deck again. And the rest of the deck is damage control. That could be interpreted differently, but basically Thermogenic Beam, Mystic Shot. I added 1 copy of Get Excited. The original deck list has 3 copies of Rite of the Calling. I don't think this is necessary. I think it's a mistake, actually, because when you're only running 1 champion, there are some games in which this can be super redundant, and I feel like 2 copies is more than enough to find your EZREAL when you need it. And that's basically all there is to the build. So I ran 1 Get Excited to actually have a bit more reach, and yeah, it's a very short deck today, I guess, because I'm not the one that built it. I have less to say about it, but it's really neat. It's very original. I like his deck building a lot. The deck has a lot of weaknesses, though. Keep that in mind. I've tested it quite a bit, and it struggles against a lot of things. Like, for example, Targon with Hush just completely wrexes the Shyvana deck that you guys know with both Hush and Sharp Sight is really tough. And it also seems to struggle quite a bit against Irelia Azir, unfortunately. And there's just a lot of matchups that hit us very hard. So it's not really a deck that I would recommend for climbing. I know I've been saying that a lot. Like, I saw a comment yesterday. It's like, your decks are getting worse and worse lately. Well, I'm sorry, Timmy. I can't upload a super ultra competitive deck every single fucking day. Who do you think I am? A god? I wish. I'm not. I'm a human, and I like to showcase variety. I like to showcase cool original ideas like this, but not all of them are going to be extremely good. You have to, you have to get that in your mind, man. Like, some people have really unrealistic expectations, I think, sometimes, and I just wanted to get that out of my system, I guess. But ultimately, it's a fun deck, very fun to play, and very rewarding as well. And I got some really cool games for you guys today. So that's basically all there is to it. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Tomorrow, I'm going to start pumping out some more anti-meta options. I got some really strong ideas in mind. I'm going to spend all night today, or tonight, and tomorrow bulk recording to showcase them for the incoming week. So yeah, love ya. Have a good one. Enjoy the matches. I'll see you around. Alright, Thresh Nasus. I like the Mystic shots. I don't mind either. I'm gonna keep this entire hand, man. Honestly. It's very reactive, but it's the kind of stuff that we need early on. And Iterative Improvement is always gonna be a great card. I'm gonna go for the draw early. Going for early aggression. We got Mystic shots here though.
They forgot. You cannot see what we see.
I mean, I could wipe him. How much damage do I take? If I play you. Okay, well that's a bit ridiculous. Anything else, man? Jesus Christ. Alright, so I go down to 9, but I still think this is worth it. Just because I get to literally like wipe out all his board now. Like, yeah, he got a hell of a hit on me, but he's like really low on gas now. Oh, what if he has a right on negation, dude? I mean, I have. Okay, never mind. All right, make it rain, baby. We're down to 9 though. Like, we taking a shitload of damage. Like, that's the most turbo opener I've seen from this deck, man. Holy crap. Playing purely reactive.
There you are.
Man, this dude is just like relentless. Going down to 3, man. Going down to 3. Now I'm going down to 4, which is more manageable. Man.
They grow up so fast.
Attack again. You could go for an atrocity. I got double mystic shot, so I can counter that. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Get out of here. His turbo play pattern is legit, like, making me angry. I feel like at this point I just need to draw. I need to have answers. Like, I don't even need to go with the Xenotype Berserker boost. I just need to survive. I need to kill him. So we have a Thermal Beam in case he plays something like a Nasus. I don't even know. He hasn't even slayed that much.
The breath takes, the waters give.
Alright, well. That's fine.
I am undone.
Because I get to level up EZREAL now. clear his board.
I'm so good, I
Surprise myself!
time for a true display of skill.
And now we're gonna thermo our own unit, so we ping him a little bit. That's this game. That's me this game, man. this game has just been like turbo. Absolute turbo. Alright, let's take him out. Before any shenanigans can happen, let's just wipe him out, shall we? Ah! Woo! Woo! Let's see if we get the easy life.
I knew we had it all along.
Yeah, not worried at all. Now, it's nice to face a deck that's not trying to kill you effective immediately. Like, I actually enjoy queuing into this. The problem with Lissandra Trundle, the problem this deck has had in the meta is that it's made other control decks irrelevant because all control decks lose to this strategy. So that's why I'm vehemently against the Watcher's current design and the way in its interaction with Shadow Owls. But even then, even if this deck was not a thing, we would barely see control anyways because of the high-paced nature of the meta, right? So it's actually pleasing to run into this. I'm gonna mulligan away everything except for the iterative improvement. Iterative improvement can be really good in a matchup like this, since we are inclined to make more proactive plays, and I love seeing the Doomkeeper turn 1. Because that means 4 damage. 4 damage, and 4 damage, always forward, is a wonderful thing to do turn 1. Especially against a deck that is as slow as this one. Good stuff. Nice.
Interesting reaction.
I actually want to use iterative improvement on the Xenotype researchers and just...
Come on in.
Look at this.
Let's talk about your tech.
Our work.
I could have attacked with you as well if he wanted to block the other one, but it's alright. Now I guess I don't get to do that. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have thought that through. Because I wanted to copy the iterative improvement here. This is a bit awkward now. May as well shoot a mystic shot.
Kraton is a mountain and covered in ice.
I'm gonna skip because I'm gonna see if I can find one of my beefier units. There you are.
The trolls are going to war.
Should have thought my turn through better though. To be quite frank.
You gotta believe me.
You and your studies.
What do you make of that? I'm not
Play
sure.
another Xenotype researcher. Let's see.
Up there. Dissident.
That's not tamper-proof.
Actually, I may want to copy this. Yeah. But I do want to preserve you as well. Very nice.
Who's gonna close up?
Who's gonna close up? Ugh. I can iterative improvement to continue boosting EZREAL. Who plays that?
That's new. You're provoking it.
Can see the Demacian border from here.
And now I'm going for the Static Shock.
Alert the village!
I mean, I'll still trade these two if you want.
What does it mean?
You got a problem?
Artwork.
Not really. Not anymore. Ooh, I love that Ancient Hourglass. That's fantastic. Alright, we're getting close to that EZREAL. Oh, we got the Thick Merciless Hunter, which will level up our EZREAL. We don't need to play anything right now.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
We got the Thick Merciless Hunter that can trade into that. And now gladly trade into you.
Dead meat.
They don't know what they're up against. Time for a true display of skill.
Alright. I don't need to play these right now. I'm gonna carry with my spell, man. I'm gonna have as many options as I can. Up there in the mountains!
Ancient things trapped in the ice.
Look at that thick boy! Ruinate me.
More than mortal. I am Iceborn.
The good thing is we have these mystic shots.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys.
Stop bragging if you can back it up.
Brilliant.
Sure.
I should have attacked with this guy first, but whatever. Could have dealt more damage. I gotta keep this EZREAL in hand, though.
See what we see. So keep your distance.
And now we're able to attack. Ha You're face palming me? You're face palming me? Go home! Go home with your watcher bullshit. Oh! Alright, aggro. Aggro and burn. The problem is we don't have any healing, right? The good thing is we have a decent curve. I'm not so sure about iterative improvement initially, but yeah, I want to mulligan away because I do want to find pings like, you know, thermogenic beam and the likes. I could lead off with a Dune Keeper, but I'm honestly not sure if I'm gonna do that because I could just use them defensively to block. We'll see. I'll pass. Because if I see a Legion Saboteur, I'd rather just. Never mind. I mean, there's no point because he can block my dude and he can get power from that. So I'm actually gonna pass. I'm gonna bait him into thinking that I don't have anything, and then I can play Dune Keeper defensively.
See what we seek, soldier. This is folly.
Take the thermal beam you away. And we took 1 damage. So I think that worked out pretty well. And now we can play Xenotype Researchers.
Interesting reaction. I'll make a note.
Giving us a solid blocker. And starting the boosting, right? Then we can resort to our predicts to try to see if we can find the hypothesis, or prove the I don't know. I don't know what the thematic behind this is really, but it's kind of weird.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
You can open attack. We have double Mystic Shot. Having double Mystic Shot here is really neat. But it depends on what they do, right? We have good blockers.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Right. I mean, sure, but it's just like, what are you going to target me with exactly? I think Mystic Shot here is good because you can drag one of these away, but I can't really deal with the Fearsomes anyways. So I may just double Mystic Shot this turn. So I'm going to start off by Mystic Shotting here.
Run while you can.
Because I'm pretty sure that's a trade that he wanted, right? Yeah. I can trade to the Spider and I can Mystic Shot you.
Keep your distance. Our son.
Mitigating the damage.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton.
And now we can really use this body to trade.
War Mason, reporting for duty. Make the Empire proud. This. Sister. If they don't break, they'll burn. For the glory of Noxus.
Alright, to develop here.
Witness true strength. I'll handle this myself.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with Darius with this deck. Because I'm not playing Quicksand. So, big overwhelm units like this in a burn deck, it's pretty rough.
The desert by my side. None shall oppose me. Carve a path.
It's gonna be really strong. I think I can't really do much about it.
Strike at their foundations.
Yeah, like this Dune Keeper nullifies those attackers.
This one's a fighter.
I probably should have taken the Static Shock in hindsight, but too much damage. Way too much damage.
Check me out. I thought you'd never ask.
I'm definitely expecting a decimate here, like they always have it.
Men die, but I have risen. And with me, Shurima.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Coming in hot! Demolitions to me!
Yeah, definitely should have taken
Firing.
the static shock.
Where's my axe?
Not sure how much of a difference it would have made ultimately, though. Let's see if it develops something.
Call wherever commands. Dissident!
You're between me and glory.
Yeah, I mean, having removed this, I would have been able to... No, I would not have been able to live. Regardless. Because now if I do this onto you, I still would take 1 damage and 3. So it didn't actually... Well, it did matter because I could have been able to ping that. So I should have taken the... But then again, I drew Get Excited instead, right? Which allows me to pick up a unit here, so... Hindsight is always 20/20 here. Well... GG. Got birds. Pretty rough matchup. Man, this meta is just so fast. So fast. Some more burn. We definitely want to keep our removal. We get the Red of the Colleen there. Later for EZREAL, but it's important for us to have access to Thermo. We may not want to go for Thermo against Teemo turn 1 because Thermo can be really good for an Elise on curve as well. So if we see turn 1 Teemo, even though Thermogenic Beam is very tempting... Actually no, wait. I thought it was Teemo Elise. Never mind. Bye-bye Teemo! No, I actually don't need to. If he open attacks, he just Mystic Shot it.
I'll scout ahead.
Are you really a problem? I have Merciless Hunter.
Doesn't everything.
Let's be smart with our cards. Like Merciless Hunter can easily deal with you. All right, Hunter, hunt Teemo.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
We find the Xenotype Researchers as well. But it's not like we have to play this on curve every single time.
Wrap 'em up tight. Candle Scout never.
Really love how I synergize with EZREAL.
That's new. You're provoking it. Interesting reaction. I'll make a note.
Let's just blast that away.
This sounds good. We'll get our licks in.
Let's make use of this and try to get some damage on him. Force him to have like something like a Mystic Shot. That is stress testing.
Taken.
I thought you'd never ask.
What about mine? Well, we can play another one. Okay. Not sure what you're trying to do there, because you can't shortcut that. You still need to play 2 of them.
There was a little fella asking for me.
That's new. You're provoking it.
Jesus. Can I have some of that luck?
They grow up so fast. On the way by.
Excuse us. At work.
Down with the thickness!
See what we see. So
Bing, bing, 1 mana, 8-7.
Charge! They don't know what they're up against.
Azir's command.
It's not bragging if you could back it up. I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
That's a lot of damage.
Would a mushroom help?
Yeah, that's more like it.
I preach.
Not really gonna be able to stop their I mean, I could use that, but I'd rather just like draw into my EZREAL, and I mean, maybe I shouldn't have killed that, but I want to preserve everything else a little bit more. I don't know, maybe that was wrong, but 1 health just feels like it's gonna die way too easily. Now, on the other hand, like we can every time he plays one.
Reporting it.
Reporting. Oh, that's Mystic Shot you.
Don't blink.
Or you miss me. And now we get to play double EZREAL. Alright. He does. I mean, we get to Thermal Beam you to go for an open attack with these guys. That sounds fantastic. I don't know about you. But that sounds pretty great. Oh, look at that thick boy.
I don't miss.
Omega lol.
No way.
Yes way.
Nailed it.
One less damage, but
Charge.
this way we make sure that he can't like duplicate that.
Prepared for anything.
We're at 12 buff caps, but we're pretty healthy, so we're gonna play this. So we'll continue to cycle through our deck. I mean, maybe I should have just like gone face on it, but okay, we got him. Nice.
Easy. Like my name.
Spiders. Spiders. Let's keep the merciless hunter. I'm gonna keep the Tyrian Sumpworker because it can do a lot of work, pun intended, on clearing his board. The problem is, it may actually prove to be a little bit too slow.
Find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda? We'll get our links then.
That's a good use for Ancient Hourglass, because Ancient Hourglass doesn't really find much value in a matchup like this. But to counter and Mark of the Isles feels pretty neat. I like that Mystic Shot as well. In fact, I like that Mystic Shot so much. Nah. Yeah, I do. To prevent the one ping from that. Important. Hopefully he doesn't have another Mark of the Owls.
This one's a fighter.
We're really doing a good job at halting him. And that's a trade from my opponent. He gets 6 damage on us, but he runs out of board, right? I'll pass. I'm not even gonna go for the attack just yet. Because I'm gonna make him think that I have another one. No, I do. Nice. Nice. To be fair, they didn't draw at least, which is a big deal. But I'll take it. Ooh, now, this is a matchup that I'm very interested in. Let's drop the EZREAL. Let's drop the Preservarium. Let's keep the Tyrian Sumpworker. I mean, we want to find the Researcher, right? But I don't feel like mulliganing so aggressively for her is the right call ever. There we go. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe. I don't want to play the Tyrian Sumpworkers, you know, with the Dragon Guard Lieutenant.
Another day guarding the walls.
A Mystic Shot.
Interesting reaction. I'll make a note. What does it mean?
Now that I have this Thermogenic Beam, if he plays Shyvana, I could just Thermo Beam it, right? Because I was thinking about setting this up, yeah.
Serve my people with pride.
He could have a Sharp Sight, but that allows me to follow it up with the Mystic Shot. Very nice.
We love it when they run.
Just want to play Merciless Hunter for a potential open attack here. Because I think getting that damage is really important.
We'll get our licks in.
Dropping him down to 13 can go a long ass way.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
We're still progressing as heroes. Level up very nicely. Like this static shock will help us, and now static shock trading into that is really great as well. Very nice.
We love it when they run.
I'm gonna Red of the Calling to draw into EZREAL. Maybe we get a buffed one, which would be awesome. Ooh, I love that progress there.
That's right. Run. Wrap them up tight. Taken. That's new. You're provoking it.
The desert by my side.
I want to build up as much as I can from EZREAL.
Shining gifts from the sky. Check me out. The world's a big place. Let's see all of it. Channel our power.
Keep your distance. Dissident.
That's not tamper-proof.
Charge.
Getting that sharp side out of him is really nice.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
Okay, so he definitely has the sharp sight. Or he could have a concerted strike. Another sharp sight halts us really well, while EZREAL being played here.
I thought you'd never ask.
I feel like if he has an answer, I have to play EZREAL. Try him with double attacks. Hush also stops us pretty well. I wasn't even thinking about Hush at this point. They have like a lot of... Oh my god.
Don't let them through.
Oh my god.
No way.
I mean, maybe I get saved by a Static Shock top deck. Ugh. Ugh. Here's a thick. That's thick. And I can get more thickness. Oh, can I do this? I feel like my chances are so low, but
I do love an audience.
that's not great. Yeah, I'm doomed. I was getting very optimistic because I can't, like, I survived that attack, but I can't really do anything. And even if I had a way to deal with this, because of the current bug with Scrying Sands, I can't actually do it. GG. Yeah, I guess the matchup is tough because Sharp Sight and Hush just nullifies completely. Shyvana, Lucian. This is like 2020. This is 2020 shit right here. We want to keep Rod of the Culling. I'm not so sure. I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna keep the Static Shock and the Merciless Hunter. I need to adapt to what I'm facing, and I'm facing a, you know, relatively aggressive deck that tries to play on curve. So we need stuff that answers things on curve. This shot is very important to be able to deal with Lucian. Overall, this deck's concept is really neat, but I feel like it's definitely a bit disappointing at the same time. Like, not gonna lie, like I feel like we have a lot, like we lose to a lot of things in the meta, and it's just not. On paper, it was more promising for me, but I'm happy I tried it out. I'm gonna pass here. We're able to answer Lucian.
Making the dead
Deader. I think I can just Thermo. I mean, I could have played some. I misplayed there. I mean, it could have a Ranger's Resolve, but still, I should have dropped this guy. This is fine. Now I get to do this anyways, so it didn't really matter in the end, because my opponent was trying to, like, wait for me to play.
Push back the darkness. The world's a big place. Let's see all.
I feel more.
I've always got your back.
Don't worry about me.
Hopefully no Sharp Sight. So combat. Ah, god damn it.
Stay back.
Man, this card is a big nuisance. Okay, so what we can do is we can double Static Shock.
It is me!
I was worried about a single combat there. I was really vulnerable. I was super vulnerable. All right. Double Static Shock saving my booty there. We leveled up EZREAL as well, which is really nice. I want to lead off with you.
That's new. You're provoking it.
See what we see. So
Don't get in my way.
Don't get in my way.
Arda's gonna make a meal of
Just want to make sure that they're.
Azir's command.
Can have a sharp sight, but we don't really mind.
Too damn.
It's dangerous leaving this alive, but I do feel like nice. I do feel like I with double scrying sands, I'm fine.
Who gets tossed?
I'm so good, I surprise myself. Time for a true display of skill.
Thick EZREAL, boys. Thick EZREAL.
Go time.
Wait, what? I mean, Kato goes, yeah. There you go. Attaboy.
I'll talk.
Quit struggling. Excuse us.
We wait for that, and then we go for it again. We clear that, and we have a static shock for you. We don't get to draw the iterative improvement anymore, but it is what it be.
The Emperor commands. The land obeys.
We're gonna go wide, force him to play something. We static shock. Alright.
I don't miss.
Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Woo-hoo-hoo! And we clean it out. With thick Ezzy, thick Ezzy, thick easy. Hashtag thick easy. For the whip.
I knew we had it all along.
Humbleness.